Round one, fight!
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Grim Reaper Gamers ReaperCast. The Grim Reaper Gamers are a 25 and over gaming community with members spanning the globe, playing games across all genres, but our roots are in first-person shooters. Bring your thick skin, drink of choice, grab your controller, as GRG members are on nightly with official community nights every Wednesday. How the hell are you, Reapers? This is Johnny Hustler, and it's another episode of the ReaperCast, and yes, we are still audio, so you can't see that Jack's naked. Unfortunately, we can.
His chest even turns red.
The horror.
It starts red.
I'm such a calm person. I don't know why you guys say this stuff.
There's not enough bleach to clean my eyes.
All right, going around the horn. As has become usual lately, the guy who tries to keep me in check every damn week usually succeeds. The co-host, the guy that can sub for me when I have to pee. Jammer, how the hell are you?
Oh, I am wonderful. It's such a pleasant experience to be here with you this evening, Johnny.
Who replaced Jammer?
Oh, wait, we're on?
Yeah, we're on.
Oh, corn sucks.
What about
all
Limp
right?
Bizkit?
What you drinking and what you playing?
Well, I've been playing a bunch of different stuff with the community because we've had a lot of different things going on the past week. So, it's Christ, there was like 4 or 5 nights in a row where we were playing different games.
Yeah.
Drinking right. I was about to hold it up to the camera because I'm still out of practice on the video thing, but I have a Line and Klugel's Summer Shandy right now.
All right. Also joining us, making a return appearance, been here on the old video show, back again to take some more swings. Evolve.
Hello.
How you doing?
I am doing fine, and I'm sure everyone's happy that it's now audio only. You know,
Well, they were happy with me hosting it. It's audio only.
Mm.
But you guys know the only compliments I ever get are on the voice.
Your cat has a very nice ass, though.
yeah, your cat's ass is sexy.
Yeah. Cat decided to turn around when it was all audio. I don't know what the deal is, but all right, what you
Blow into
playing
that balloon
lately?
pipe.
What you playing lately and what you drinking?
I've been working my way back through Destiny again, and I just started digging my way into Dragon Age Inquisition, and I am rocking a gigantic glass of vodka and cranberry juice.
Oh,
That's
nice.
Yeah, when you're unemployed, it doesn't matter if you get drunk and stay up all night.
Good point.
There you go, kids.
Yeah. Live the dream, kids. Live the dream.
That is life advice you can only get from the Grim Reaper gamers.
Correct.
And in the 4th seat tonight, the Grumpkin, the head, the man who makes this site tick. Wait, that's Grex. The man who just yells at everybody. Lala Calamari Jack, how the hell are you?
In the 4th seat, I got demoted.
No, I
Makes me
just
sad.
went in order.
You
Just around.
retired.
No, no, I'm doing fine, doing great.
What you drinking? What you playing?
I just finished out a Sam Adams Boston Lager, and I'm now working on a local beer from Cherry Hill, Jersey, the best corn state. It's Flying Fish Farmhouse Summer Ale.
The shit's spray tanned. All right, over here. You know what? You're not the only one doing Sam Adams tonight. I've had a couple of them tonight. I had the Heaven or Hellas, which was a little different and in a very German theme, or European theme, I guess. A Belgian Session just now. I think I like the Heaven or Hellas a little better. The Belgian Session a little bit flatter, a little weaker than the Heaven or Hellas, I think.
You need to get a true Belgian beer.
Yeah.
Do yourself a favor, get like a Chimay, Duval, or if you can find Damnation. That's the good stuff.
Yeah,
Treat yourself.
I haven't seen those around here. I might check one of the other stores.
Go to one of the fancier stores.
You get those high alcohol contents on those, too.
I'm upset you didn't ask me what I was playing.
He
I
did.
did ask
just
you what
don't
you were
listen.
playing. You just
Oh,
didn't
We
yeah,
all
answer.
know
supposed to
what you're
listen to you.
playing. Freaking
Play
Guild
with
Wars.
myself.
So what are you playing?
Playing a little bit of everything. We got some Halo action going. We have some Battlefield Hardline. Texas talked us into playing that disaster of a game. Regular Battlefield 4. And now we'll get into the next one, the newest one I'm playing later on.
Newest
Yeah.
yet oldest, or an
Yeah, the
older
return.
one.
Turn to addiction.
I am. I was joining you guys a few times for Hardline. Little Battlefield 4 in there, some Ark. That's pretty much been my repertoire this last couple weeks, I guess. So.
Well, you do have a little bit of a driving under the influence problem in certain racing games because you're weaving all over the place.
Yes. The GTA, the cunning stunts.
The scariest thing is trying to pass Johnny because it's a complete risky maneuver because you don't know which way he's going.
Damn right.
There's no straight line in his racing.
Try slipstreaming them.
You can't. It's impossible. If you can slipstream him, you're a professional.
Be fair, Johnny sees the road as just one big lane. It doesn't matter where you are in it. You're in the right lane.
Hey,
He's like Kramer from Seinfeld with the comfy lanes. Driving back and forth.
All right. We'll talk a little more about the Cunning Stunts DLC as well. All right.
You sure it's not stunning? Oh, never mind.
I said it right. I haven't screwed up. I haven't had that much beer yet. We don't have a getting to know you segment this week, so if anybody at GrimReaperGamers.com has not been on the show and would like to be, please contact Jammer, Lala, or myself.
I could have my dog step in. He's not wearing a sweater or anything, but I think he'll be fine if you want to do that. No? Okay, move on.
Is he a stranger to podcasts?
No, he's no stranger to podcast.
Will he speak?
No.
Okay.
Does he have a sexy ass like Johnny's cat?
I don't know. That ass is sexy.
I'm not even going to go there.
All right. So let's talk about community events, shall we? By the way, quick note, you go over to GrimReaperGamers.com, you're going to notice it looks a little bit different lately. That is because the true genius of the site, Grex, has done one hell of a job adding some new stuff to it, new formats, some extra things to it. The news section, you get to see a little bit of a preview of a video of Red Dead Redemption, as was played last weekend with some of the Reapers. But the calendar's pretty cool looking these days. So go check out events over at GrimReaperGamers.com.
Yeah, I'd like to talk about the site update real quick.
Okay.
It was something that we've been talking about, I guess, for the last month or two. We've just been like dragging our feet on it. When we originally did Grim Reaper Gamers and built the site, neither Grex or I were really that familiar with the site or what it needed to be done. So we kind of like threw the original site together. I think it came out pretty well, but there was a lot of stuff that was either redundant or just wasn't used. So we decided that we wanted to kind of clean up, use a more modern browser, like a newer version, and just put the stuff that was actually needed. Like, so, we'd focus on events, like where we can go look at events. We wanted to look, instead of just a calendar, we kind of wanted to mimic the Xbox tile screen, the layout for that. So we, a lot of thought went into the new version. We made a lot of change, a lot of plug-in changes, and I'm so thrilled with how it turned out. I think it turned out excellent. I couldn't be happier.
Oh, it's a great looking site. Great looking site.
Yeah. It actually looks like we know what we're doing. So
what is this about? V4, V5?
I think 7, 8, 9. I don't know. Digital spent a lot of time on some of the newer graphics, so we got him pitching in as well. So I want to give a shout to him.
Yeah, Digital's doing some great work on there too.
Can we really be honest and tell everybody the truth instead of pretending like, we dragged our feet for a month? Grex has been too busy fishing in that fucking game.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. We decided we went 2 months ago, but Grex is AFK fishing in,
with his Korean whore fishing girl.
Yeah, he's
his Korean MMO game.
Yeah, he's been spending way too much time in Fishing Simulator 2016, or whatever he calls it. But as usual, Wednesday nights are our community nights. I had some decent turnout for community night. Had a few different things. Some guys on Xbox, some on PC. You'll talk about that in a little bit, Jack. What everybody was doing on PC.
Oh, yeah. We also had, like, for Xbox, I think we had a bunch of guys in Ark, a bunch of guys in Overwatch.
Mm-hmm.
I think a few guys even playing Destiny even. They're getting back to the Iron Banners this week. So we definitely had a pretty diverse group and a lot of people gathered up and gaming together.
Other nights, other events we have. Monday Night Halo every Monday night. Join at least Grex and Lala usually on Mondays. And what are you getting, about 10, 12 guys
Yeah,
on
we're getting about 10, 12 guys on last week. It's really gotten really kind of big with the release of the new DLC, the Warzone Firefight, which is a lot of fun. It's a blast to play. They made it very challenging. The beta for that was kind of easy mode. The new version, it's a lot harder. The enemies are tough. I mean, you're getting your ass thumped a little bit on it, but it's a lot of fun to play. And then we'll play a few rounds of that. We'll switch over to customs, or I think we finished the night off on Big Team Battle. We're crushing teams and capture the flag. It was a great time. I'm glad to see Halo picking up because it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, and especially with how they're supporting the community out there. We'll talk a little more about that in our roundtable topic. Also, Sunday night, Red Dead Redemption night. We've had a couple of those since the backwards compatibility dropped for Red Dead Redemption. Like I said, if you go to the news page, you'll actually see in the background with the neat new design of GrimReaperGamers.com the video for last week's Red Dead Redemption shootout, and the little circle shootout and everything, and more of the games that they were playing, the multiplayer stuff. An old classic, about 6 years old, being brought back. Had well over 10 people on that night as well.
It holds up very well. It's still just as much fun as it was when it first came out.
Yeah, I missed out on it last week. Last Sunday, I was at a Union soccer game, watching an awesome game there. But I was kind of looking forward to it, and then I'm like, oh, shit, I can't make it.
I'll be on this week.
You guys are probably much happier that night. It's probably nice,
No,
peaceful,
not
calm.
true. Nothing says GRG more than at the start of every match where you stand off looking at each other and you just shoot each other. That's the first thing you do before every round that's GRG. You get to, take everybody out as quickly as possible.
It is really a good statement of how the community is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hey, team killing is part of our culture.
Yes, it is. And it's encouraged in this game, so we love it.
Yeah, the one thing with Red Dead is, it's still a great game. We had a really good time. It gets it's dated in the sense that your controls and your maneuverability and the third person makes it a little bit more challenging, I think. And us also being the idiots that we are, it took us a little while to figure out how to navigate through the 360 menu rather than the Xbox One menu, which you need to do when you're playing a backwards game.
Isn't the 360 menu a little bit better, though?
Oh, it made me miss it.
No.
It actually made me miss it.
The big problem was just teaching people for about 15 to 20 minutes straight how to actually get into the 360 menu.
And the guys in GRG are just so quick sometimes. They find like steel traps.
I gotta hit what?
The concept of pushing two buttons at once is beyond some people, apparently. It's rocket science wrapped up in brain surgery.
We're old people playing.
Well, getting GRG to hit the back button and the start button at the same time, that's...
Walk and chew gum. Yeah. It's tough. Come on.
Also, along the Rockstar vein, we've had a couple of real successful nights with the GTA. Stunning. You shit ass. It was
actually me this time. I did it this time.
The cunning stunts.
I
DLC.
just did it.
It's enough to drive you knucking
like a minute ago.
the cunning stunts DLC. God damn, need to
it's
lock down this damned agenda.
It's just begging to be said. Just say it. Just call it by.
Anyway, the drivey DLC for the new races and shit for GTA. The first, we've had at least 8 every night so far, and or both Tuesdays. And on release night, had a lot of fun with it. Some neat cars, some neat tracks, and also then they added more. Last Tuesday they added some extra cars and a few extra tracks.
Wasn't even a week old.
Yeah, it wasn't even a week old. They're dropping more DLC for us. It's like gift from the gods. I mean, it was great. I mean, well, all 4 of us were on Tuesday night, so. Or no, Evolve, you were on the first night, weren't you?
Yeah, I was the first night. I was busy this last Tuesday.
Evolve loves the loops.
Yes, I am a fan of the loops. It's just the best thing ever. I wish I could do one in real life.
I will say, John, especially this past week. But summer is typically our slower season in the community. Gaming wise, people have a lot of other things going on, and this past week was a really great testament to the core of the community that we have, because we've had a lot of different games and a lot of people showing up for all those different games over the course of the past week, between the cunning stunts. See, I know how to say it right. The Hardline, which we hadn't played in forever and had like 7 million gigabytes to download.
Oh no shit.
The Hardline what was impressive about the Hardline. We threw that event out last minute. Like, it couldn't have been any more last minute, and you had to download the entire internet to get it to go.
Yeah,
and we had a huge turnout.
We had a huge turnout. Even the first night had a huge turnout, even though I didn't make it. I was one of those that was still stuck downloading the entire goddamn internet in the process. But yeah, I mean, a lot of people the first night, and then even more the second night, because everybody's internet finally finished up the downloads. So, I mean, it was, because the if you have EA access, premium is free for Hardline. So download that, start early.
Yeah, we had a large group for Hardline. We had a large group for Red Dead. We had a large group for Halo, and a large group for GTA.
Yeah, we also
and a growing event
for
night, so it's been a good run. Mm-hmm.
We're missing one other event, is the bi-weekly Battlefield 4 nights.
Yes.
So it's like the alternate nights from the ReaperCast. I'm hosting Battlefield 4 nights, and once again, we're getting a big group out. Just kind of fucking around in Battlefield, not taking anything too serious, but just kind of gearing up for Battlefield 1, just kind of getting used to that whole environment. It's been a lot of fun.
And there's the crazy thing, because Battlefield has not been huge in this community for a long time. And yet last week we had 3 straight nights of it. Battlefield 4 on Thursday, and then 2 nights of Hardline. So
and a lot of people out for it as well.
Yeah, with a ton of people
that's
out.
kind of exciting. And it's funny because I think I put out a mandate that we're going to kind of chill out for the summer and relax, and like, we're busier than all hell.
Yeah.
So
we're gaming more than we have in a while.
Yeah.
So check those out at the events calendar at grimreapergamers.com. I think that's about my 10th plug already. Oh, also, one thing I forgot to mention, fantasy football is starting up again. There are signups. Most of the returning members are back, and I believe there are a few openings. So contact Digital if you want to get into the fantasy football fun.
Yeah,
Jammer.
just in the forums. There's a thread in the forums, and it's probably further down right now because we have a lot of activity on the forums. So what the great thing about our website is, with the search box right there, if you probably type in fantasy football, you'll find it. Post on in there, and we'll get you in the league.
One quick plug for the site too. The one thing I really like about the Discourse forums, that is about one of the more accurate searches I've dealt with in a forum.
Another pro tip for the forum is you can bookmark it. So when you do find it, if you're partaking in that, you can bookmark that thread and you can have access to it all the time.
And when you're in it, it updates in real time. So
yeah, the forum software works almost as if it's like a chat software. Yeah. I mean, and that's even on mobile. So if you're online on your phone on mobile and someone's updating a post, you'll see it real time. So it's fantastic. I love that software.
Very good stuff. All right, over to gaming news that affects the Grim Reaper gamers. The first one, they finally announced a release date and price for the 2 terabyte version of the Xbox One S, the slim model. The release date was bumped to August 2nd. I believe August 30th or 31st was the original kind of placeholder. August 2nd is the date for the 2 terabyte only, releasing that day. $399. I believe there's also a Gears of War set coming out soon that's gonna be like $450 or something like that, with an extra controller or whatnot, kind of the Gears red and all that stuff. So, but the first one, the 2 terabyte, is releasing August 2nd, $399. The 1 terabyte's $349. The 500 gigabyte is $299. Release dates have not been listed yet for those 2 models. I figure they're gonna kind of hit the early adopters with the $399 model, and then starts creeping out those other 2 models later in the fall. So are we looking at this seriously? Are we waiting for trade-in values to see what that's going to be like? What do you guys think?
Well, I think they're partly delaying the lower dollar ones, like you said, to get the early adopters on the $399 price point. Plus, the $399 price point is going to have to shift once they get to the Scorpio time down the road. So this is their time to make the money at that price point on the 2 terabyte, to me.
The big
If there's a good trade-in, I'd be interested just because my day one console, I get controller issues. It seems sluggish sometimes, and I would be interested in changing it, but I'm not gonna run out there and get another one right now because with Scorpio down the road, that probably would be more of an avenue for me to go.
Yeah, same here. Mine's still playing fine. And since I have 4 terabytes of storage hooked up to it, I don't need a bigger internal drive. I'm not even touching half what I got hooked up already. There's no real reason to update yet.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of looking at this pretty heavily. I'm having some issues with my Xbox. It doesn't read discs if you don't put it in a certain way. I have constant controller disconnects. So if I can get a decent trade-in value for my current Xbox, I'm gonna jump on it. I'm not sure what they're offering currently. I don't think there's anything going on at the moment, but I expect that to probably pick up soon. GameStop or someone's going to offer a decent discount, or to move into it. I just wish it was a black console. I don't know if I want a white console, but whatever.
Console racist.
Yes, that's racist. But I'm actually heavily looked. I would have held out for the Scorpio, but I'm just worried that the console I have won't last that long. I don't know, so I'm having issues. So I'll jump on it.
You'll have to buy matching headphones.
Good idea.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, he probably has a pair already.
I like that.
One.
10.
I do have a pair of white ones, but my kid's borrowed them, so I'll start researching that right now. Hold on.
There you go.
Figures. We'll get a pricing update later on the headphone situation. I think, I'm going to wait and see what the trade-ins are like. I get a little sluggishness, especially with the latest updates, like the last few months of the Xbox OS on there, and I think as the anniversary edition, because August 2nd is also the day anniversary edition comes out, so I figure they're going to be releasing the latest update to the big update to the firmware about the same time with
Yours
the
is a little
Xbox One
sluggish.
S.
It's a little sluggish with your preview program, isn't it?
No, I'm not. I'm starting to think they're doing a fast ring and a slow ring on that because I have not signed up for the Cortana preview yet. I got something with Cortana in it lately.
I don't even know what that is.
Well, look at the video.
What is this preview program? Is this a true thing? I think you pull my leg.
You've had invites. I got video.
A year.
Yeah, Johnny doesn't like us.
All right.
No, you're
You'd
fine.
think somebody would add me to the preview program.
I think somebody has. I saw a video on my YouTube channel.
The GRG members would, put my name in.
I did. I got proof. It's the Zapruder film of the GRG. Okay, here we go. The one Lala's been waiting for out of the gaming news. Guild Wars 2 Expansion Sale. 50% off to drag that game out of the closet. I'm going to let you take it from here, Jack.
Yeah, and I said I wasn't going back. I was not going back.
It was only a matter of time.
You were out. They drug you right back in.
$25. I cannot pass it up. I had to bite on it. I have no idea what I'm planning to do with this game right now because I was officially done. I had zero interest in Guild Wars, and I think what spurred it as well was the Living Story is set to come out in a week or so.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of want to log in and get access to the new Living Story. So
yeah, 26
$25. Yes. So $25, you get the I think if you don't own Guild Wars, you'll get the full entire game with the expansion. Plus, it gives you a level 80 boost, so you can max a character out instantly, and then I guess you start with 6 slots or whatever, and they give you some other crap. You can't beat it. It's a great price for a great game that has a ton of content to go through. There's so much to do in this game. It is a full-fledged MMO. They now added raids to it. You have the fractals, which are like dungeons. You have the mini dungeons, PvP, world versus world. There's just a lot of stuff to do. They run constant events like around Christmas, Halloween. So it's a very busy, active MMO. So I couldn't pass it up. And for $25, it's nothing. I've already, got my money out of it for the past 2 days playing it. So, and I haven't even started yet. I don't even know where to start. I'm trying to decide how I want to continue in this game. So,
we apologize out there because he's giddy like a little schoolgirl that he's playing it again. But what the one thing, even in the PVE world, that's really cool about Guild Wars is like these, these little instances pop up, where something's going on in a village or whatever, and you just see random people all join together, to take care of something and gain some experience out of it. It's pretty cool how they're able to drive people that aren't in a guild together or anything, all to an event that just happens to be in an area in a map where you're walking through that kind of just happens.
Yeah, it's just random the random events that go through the actual maps. It really tries to promote team play, even if you're not in that guild. The other thing that's really cool, the game is great because it's so much more advanced than other MMOs. They do a lot of things correct. So while they have servers, the servers really only matter for world versus world, which is a big, large scale PvP. But if somebody's on a different server than I am and we want to do PvE content, or if you want to go just do the 5-man PvP, we still can. They can invite them into a group. Everything's instanced. Everything's like a mega server. So if like the starting zone has too many people in it, they'll just instantly fire off a new instance, and you can join in on that. So you can always play with your friends, even if they're on different servers. Just the only way you would get separated was the large scale world versus world. So they just do a lot of things right, and I'm excited to play it again.
How many hours?
Yeah, I did a /age. I have 3,000 plus hours.
Oh my God. Jesus.
Yeah.
John,
I
now let's ask Johnny. How long did you take to download it?
Shut up. All right. Moving into the world of betas, it sounds like there's a rumor that the Battlefield 1 open beta is coming soon. No dates dropped yet. I don't know if I've heard anything real concrete there, or even
just some rumors.
Early August, right?
Yeah, what they're saying is they're going to be at the Gamescom, aren't they going to be at Gamescom?
Yeah, mid-August.
And that's 17th to 21st, and so they're expecting. The rumor is they'll come after the 21st. After that's over, is the rumor. So we'll see.
Or maybe even during. Sometimes they'll do that.
I know the alpha is live right now. We got one of our members in there, Graybush, and we all hate him because he's playing it every fucking day, so he can go rot in hell.
That's where he's been. I haven't
Yes.
seen him in a while.
Lucky bastard.
It's on the friends list even that shows he's playing it, the prick.
And he sends me messages saying how good it is, rubbing it in.
Lord, that's cruel. God damn.
He's going to have to pull double shift at the glory hole for that.
Oh my God.
That bastard.
Also, beta-wise, EA is releasing the NHL 17 beta soon. I know Hobbs has been talking about that one. He likes some of those sports games, thinking maybe you could give that a check or check that out. Hockey-wise, do you have a...
Digital's joining them too, I know.
Digital, yeah. Digital play a lot of those sports games. We got a few
and beers.
Beers, yeah, of course, beers.
Well, no. Beers has never
That's
played an NHL game, which I thought was sacrilege for Canada.
They were set to deport him from Canada if he didn't play this beta. So it's government mandated that he plays this beta.
That is true. No, poor guy, gonna have to leave his home. So that'll be the NHL beta. Check us out at the site, at the forums at grimreapergamers.com for more information on that one. We may get a tournament or something going on once that game drops. The other big news, several shows ago, I believe, we talked about Rocket League. The developers were looking at, they already went PC to Xbox, Xbox Windows 10 and all that. Their goal was to get cross-platform, cross-console play. They are saying now it's been completed. It's pending Sony's approval. So Sonic's Vice President Jeremy Dunham says work on the proposed cross-network play between PS4 and Xbox One is complete, could be up and running within a few hours, and only requires Sony's approval to be released. Talk about putting the screws to the one entity that has not commented yet on cross-console play, because Microsoft has already said they would do it. They have the ability to do it. Only takes an agreement with Sony. Now we got developers starting to kind of nudge them a little bit.
Well, I just hope that they do it so that way I have a better chance at a better teammate next time there's a Rocket League tourney. Because last teammate I had really sucked.
Yeah, that sucks for you.
Gee.
I had an equally worse teammate. No, I think this is kind of interesting. You have this small little game, Rocket League, a small developer, and they're really pushing, they're leading this way towards crossplay with the different consoles. And I know a lot of other game developers are interested in doing something like this. I think a lot of games would benefit from something like this. You have like any of these MMOs, like the Dungeons and Dragons one or Elder Scrolls for Xbox and PlayStation. It would only benefit them to have that population, the PS4 population and Xbox, be combined to one, and just make it a better game. And there's just no reason why it shouldn't be. You know, I mean, they're the same. All these games are the same. Like Call of Duty, Battlefield. Why can't you play cross-platform? The networking's all the same. So
And
it's just. It's interesting to see such a small, like, I mean, Rocket League, it's a small game, a $20 game. It's, nothing major. It's just, and they're really at the forefront of it. So,
Well, that's the thing that really gets me, and you kind of pointed to it, is that they're a small developer that's really been forward thinking and pushing this, and that's not what you typically see. You typically would see somebody like a Call of Duty and Activision, or a Dice or somebody, EA, pushing this stuff through, and it's like some small deal that's really kind of trying to bridge the gap.
Yeah, it's a good idea. The one kind of caveat I think is, since it's the internet, you always have the worry that what's going to happen is you get people playing from PS4, Xbox One. It's just going to turn into a console fanboy war.
that's ongoing.
Yeah.
No matter what.
it's there whether they play together or not.
Right, but have them be in the same game. It's like, what are you playing on? Oh, PS4, PS3, Sony fag. It's, that's kind of stuff that would happen.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What
but
are you going to do, though? I mean, it's what you see on Reddit and all these other sites. It's ridiculous.
yeah,
It gets
trolls are trolls. You can't control them. I mean, that's why we try to, keep the gaming environment our community we do, to try to get away from some of that crap. But when you go out in the public, you can't. I mean, the thing I find,
that would be so awesome if we had that, because for GRG,
Oh, yeah.
I know we have a lot of people on different consoles. It would just make gaming together. It'd be fantastic for us.
it'd be great. It'd be great as a cross-console, cross-platform community. It's interesting how these are all moving and evolving towards more PC, like more of a small PC sitting under your TV. But yet, this is the one bridge nobody wants to cross yet. And they want their own little proprietary network. And to be quite honest, one group handling the network would be beneficial for everybody, because then you don't have to worry about the different protocols and all that stuff, and the downtimes and whatnot. It'd just be a lot smoother for all the gamers, and that's ultimately what this is about.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's actually the protocols, because you have a game like Call of Duty, you're going to run on the same ports. It's going to be the same networking code, either PlayStation or Xbox. I think the issue is going to really come into like the way it handles like your friends, sending out invites, names. Like if you have across a PlayStation, I'm sure there's on PlayStation side, I'm sure there's a Lala Calamari there, right? I mean, that's a very popular name. So how are you going to handle stuff like that? And I think that's going to be the big issue. I think as far as like a network protocol, like Battlefield, I don't think it makes a difference to them when they fire up a server which console it is. It just flick a switch, PS4, Xbox, and it's all the same. You're just sending that network code. It's going to be the same.
And I guess that's what I meant by protocol. I guess mostly the backbone, what I was talking about, the services, the PSN service versus the Xbox service, not so much the networking side, but all the bells and whistles, the friends lists and all that stuff.
The friends list I think is the cold day in hell.
Yeah.
That's not happening.
That would be too much intermingling.
Actually, it wouldn't be that hard to do.
Would like.
Write an API for both.
Yeah, but
Wouldn't
as
be
a
hard to
business,
do,
business standpoint, why would you do that?
Well, just so you could see across who's who.
No, because
I mean, see.
If I have some good friends on PlayStation, or let's take a better example, because if Jack had some good friends on PlayStation and some good friends on Xbox, and he wants to play with both of them, well, if you combine the friends lists, then he only needs one console to do that. Where if not, Jack likely would get both consoles so he could play with all of his PlayStation friends and his Xbox friends.
I do have a lot of PlayStation friends. They think highly of me.
Yeah. No, what I find funny is that you're summarizing it. Lala has friends.
He's got
I have 500.
No console needed, just friends, period.
I have 500 on Xbox.
So that's
Although
why
none
they're
of them
never
will send
doing
me a
it.
preview invite.
Now, the other developer that's gone into here is CD Projekt, who has said that they are working towards their little mini card game that they
Gwent.
released recently, Gwent. They are wanting to make that cross console and platform. So we might see more developer pressure as we go along here, not just from Microsoft, but from these third parties that are really going to drive it if it ever happens.
If they do it, the one holdout I could see would be some of the bigger companies like Activision. I don't see them doing it for Call of Duty because God knows how much money Sony backed up to their headquarters to get them to switch the 1 month preview on DLC from Xbox to PlayStation. But that would be a big thing. If you're on PlayStation, you got the DLC a month early. That's going to be a big butt hurt for anybody you're playing with on Xbox.
Yeah, could very well be, and maybe they would be the one to kind of stall it on that end. But who knows? Maybe we'll see eventually one service.
Can we hedge on this somehow?
Kind of.
I didn't hedge. What the hell are you talking about? I do think eventually there will be one service. I think it needs to go further more towards PC, and it's just one service protocol to everybody. So
You also have Georgia corn shipping in Nebraska.
oh
Yeah.
my God,
Your
sakes.
business sense isn't really that smart.
In the winter,
You're a digital hippie.
you got to get the vegetables from somewhere when it's 30 below.
Moving on.
All right, let's get over to our roundtable topic, as has been normal with the recent cast, probably the last 6 or 7. We do go now into a roundtable topic. This show's topic is paid DLC dead or dying, Jammer.
Well, before you went into the topic, I was going to say that this isn't, once again, like we talked about last show, a submitted topic from somebody in the community. This one was Jack's, was Lala's. But please, if you have ideas of things you want us to hear about and on a roundtable thing, let us know in the forums. And we have a nice little spreadsheet where we keep track of everything and who submitted it and everything. So, keep them coming. We're getting lots of great ideas out there.
Yeah, I think we got another 4 or 5 after last show after we put out the call for it. So,
Mm-hmm.
community's doing a hell of a job getting us ideas.
And if you don't
Letting
like
us-
this one, it's Jack's fault.
Exactly.
Yes. And if you do submit the topic and if you want to be on the show for that,
Yeah.
even better. We're looking for people to step up.
Yeah,
we'd love
you
to
can
have
even
you.
put in a request there. So, okay, so paid DLC. We've noticed a different trend of late. We've been talking about a lot of differences in DLC. Jack, you were talking about the DLC and the expansions for Guild Wars. We talked about GTA and Halo recently. Paid DLC kind of seems to be paid DLC that actually is part of the competitive aspect of the game, especially, seems to be kind of becoming a thing of the past, guys. I mean, let's look at Halo, GTA, and Overwatch. I mean, they're releasing a lot of expansions. Overwatch released a patch today with a new hero in there. The DLC seems to be more the cosmetic side of things, the new armors and stuff like that. This doesn't really affect its looks. It's not really pay to win or pay to play type of stuff or pay to continue. Halo and GTA have done a tremendous job.
Especially GTA.
Yeah. And both of these are just standard bearers for thinking of the gamers first. I mean, good Lord, how much stuff do we get for GTA, for crying out loud? It's been 2 years, 3 years since it's been out.
Yeah.
Halo's been out 2 years almost, and we're getting tons of new updates for that.
And Overwatch promised free DLC, free characters. They won't charge for any of that. So, but there's no actual timetable for what they're doing. So we don't have any real answer.
And that's a really recent release, so we haven't had too many examples besides
Sure.
today's hero that came out in the patch.
But if you look at those 3 titles, I mean, there are 3 major titles on consoles right now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, do you get any bigger than Halo for Xbox? Or GTA is humongous. And Overwatch, the same.
One of the biggest
And-
game manufacturers in history, Blizzard.
Yes. And it's just they're free DLC, and it seems to be the way they're going. Take a look at Halo. They've released over 9 DLC packages since it's been out. Some of it may be, actual made maps from the company. Others are forged maps that the community put together. We played this week. We played a remake of Valhalla, an old Halo map, and that Forgers put together, the Forge community put together, and this thing was perfect. It played perfect. It looked perfect, and it was all free. It's all extra stuff. We were playing the new Warzone Firefight, which is like a large scale PVE battle, and it's a blast. It's so much fun to play. It's just constantly new maps, and then you can top it off. You can go into the Forge world and download custom made maps. It's a whole different environment. They're doing a great job of supporting this game, and I always tell people, get Halo, support this title, because I want to see this trend continue. It's important. So
that goes to GTA as well, not in the sense with those microtransactions. Now, I know Johnny's bought some. I haven't bought any shark cards, but I will at some point, because I want to show them my appreciation. And I know they're making a shit ton of money off of the shark cards. It's not like they're going broke here, but I appreciate what they're doing for the game, and I want to support that by them continuing that trend. They deserve it for everything they've put out there.
You just want a yacht, admit it.
Well, I took the that Fallout download mistake that Microsoft had, and they gave you $10, and I wound up buying a shark card with that. I think that's the only beef with the GTA DLC is that the most of the content they have to buy the stuff, to buy the new cars or buy the new offices for the CEO DLC, it's so out of whack for like a casual gamer to play. I mean, it's so monumental. The cost of stuff. I think one of the cars is like 900,000.
No, one is 1.7 million.
Yeah, so I mean, it's just out of reach for someone that maybe plays like once or twice a week. They're messing around. So that's my only beef with the GTA. I think if they lowered that, there's no reason to be that high. But they're making it with the shark cards.
Well, they have to have the economy though to support the people that play it all the time.
Yeah,
sure.
So they can't just consider casual.
No, Halo. I mean, like they sell the rec cards. That's the thing they have. So you can buy the rec cards to unlock weapons and skins in game. But at the same time, you can play. If you're just playing the game, you earn that stuff quickly. I've never had to spend $1 on that game for DLC. For any of the extra stuff, the rec cards. I did wind up buying the one skin they offered. It was like $10. So. But as far as like the rec cards, if you just play the game, you unlock it. So they come pretty quickly, and you get a ton of it. So that's a difference between Halo and GTA. I think GTA is really pushing you to get those shark cards, to get involved with some of the higher end stuff.
Yes and no. I mean, they do have some discounts on stuff. They run weekly discounts within these dealers on the game. You get, like they had last week, they had like a bunch of the apartments, or 2 weeks ago they had a bunch of the apartments / like 40 or 50% off. I think as the CEO pack gets a little older, you'll see some discounts there. You see usually 20 to 25% discounts on vehicles weekly, depending on the type of vehicles and weapons. So they do run some deals there as well within the game. So that kind of helps a little as far as encouraging people to play, to get those shark cards and stuff. Because while you can play pretty hardcore and earn the money for it, you can also, buy and get some of that stuff ahead of time and start earning towards other things. I hear those CEO missions recoup a lot of cash pretty quick.
Well, yeah. One of the keys too, with the GTA or Halo, when you keep coming out with free content like this, it keeps your user base coming back for more. Because we fade away from GTA, and then Cunning Stunts comes out, and then we all jump back on board with it. Where when there's a paid DLC, like map packs and everything, you start losing part of that user base because some people aren't buying those map packs, and so the game starts to fade away. But by offering the free ones with the microtransactions, you keep your user base consistent. I don't think there's as much of a drop off.
And that's a completely valid point. I was going to make that for the next part of this topic. But yes, as running GRG, I see this all the time. We'll run Call of Duty nights. Pretty much it was our main title that we would play. We would run it all year round, and you'd see that drop off. You'd see people come up. I only have the base maps. Getting into DLC, especially the later DLCs, it's very rare to see everybody get all of them. And I've seen it originally when Call of Duty came out. Everybody bought every map. Now we're into like Black Ops 3. Yeah, that doesn't happen anymore, and it's a huge problem.
Yeah, part of it's just they're price gouging you to death. I mean, $60 now, another whole game for the season pass, which gives you what, 10%, 25% at most off of the combined price of the DLC. And you don't get any way. Maybe if you had a way of knowing if you were going to enjoy the DLC before they need to have maybe some kind of preview system. Because what's the point of dropping $25 on 3 maps if you end up hating all 3 of them, or if you don't give a damn about zombies?
That's what I always think with the Call of Duty map pack. I always think that, okay, when they create the game, they come up with 20, 25 maps before they release it. And they pick the ones they like the best, and that goes out with the game. The other ones, they probably sit, rehash, fix it a little bit, and then they wind up selling like the rejects as the map packs. And that's how I feel about that. I don't know.
On the map pack side, I think their perspective has been in the past is the price point. We've talked about this before. The price point of a game has not gone up. It's been $60 consistently now for quite some time. So their way of increasing the price on the game now has been the season pass. So they've increased the price of their game without increasing the price of their game. So that's why that price keeps shifting, because they're trying to get the additional revenue that way, rather than us starting to go to $75 retail for a game.
You have to wonder though if they're getting that money back. I mean, so they obviously they want $100 per game, $80 per game. But if a game like Halo is releasing DLC for free, they abandoned that. Obviously, they didn't see that in Halo 4. They didn't see the return on that on these map packs. So I think that was a big shift in that. And also another title that does this as well, another big title, Guild Wars 2. With the constant story mode updates, the constant living story. It's free as long as you log in. You have access to the living story for forever. It's another title that offers free DLC, free extra content.
See, and I find the microtransactions are actually a better model, because you're not getting sticker shock then with people. Even like that Fallout Shelter game, they made a shit ton of money on those lunch boxes, because people, it's more of an impulse buy than when it's $1 here, $5 here. So you're not thinking about it as much. Where when you get those season passes and you just plop down $60 for a game, and now here's another $60 you got to shell out. Well, on the microtransaction side, you might spend $100, but you're spreading it out and you don't realize you're spending $100.
Yeah, the season pass is really kind of a hit or miss thing. Like half the time now, a season pass you might get the 4 DLC packs for a game like Call of Duty, but for a game that's not a multiplayer game like the Tomb Raider game, the new Tomb Raider, the Rise of the Tomb Raider. I got the 2 big single player expansions. Okay, that's good. The other 20, it seems like at least 20 things that they gave me were all downloads of less than 2 to 3 megs each, which means that stuff's on the disc. So they're giving you stuff for free, with the season pass. It's obviously already in the game that you either downloaded or bought. They're just unlocking it with what you paid them for the season pass.
So now that we've started to see the trend coming towards free actual game DLC in return for, in exchange for players buying the dress up stuff, or the stuff, or maybe paying a little early to get it rather than grinding for it. What do you think that the two of the biggest stalwarts currently for the season pass, Call of Duty and Battlefield, what do you think they're going to do with their releases this year. Do they keep trying to hold out? Do we see something different? Call of Duty's kind of alluded towards the season pass. Battlefield's been very quiet.
I don't see them going away from that premium, because you're looking at server rentals and all the money that they get on that side. The premium method for them has worked. I don't see how they move that over to a microtransaction side.
Well, they're making that money off the server rentals, which is amazing to me. So they're going to host those servers regardless, but now you're paying $25 a month to host it. I don't know with Battlefield, because currently we're seeing they're releasing the maps for free, the DLC for free. If you have EA access, you have access to premium for both Hardline and Battlefield 4. But as far as a regular Xbox or Sony user, they've been slowly releasing the map packs as they go the last couple of months. I think they've done, 2 or 3 map packs. So you have a decent amount of content for free. I mean, I know the games are a little bit older, and since they haven't put anything towards premium, they haven't put you go on the website to pre-order the game, you don't see any premium editions. I don't know. I mean, I'm hoping they get away from it. I don't think Call of Duty will. Definitely not this turn. They still have in their mind that they're going to make that $15 per 4 maps, every few months.
Well, there's no real incentive for them to. I mean, when you're still making a couple of $1 billion off every game, no matter how much the internet complains about each game, if you still pull down $2 billion off of it, you're going to continue going down the road you're on. There's no reason to change paths.
The one I wonder about is DICE, because one, as you noted, they're starting to give away the DLC packs for their older games, which we hadn't seen before in Battlefield 3. The other is Battlefront. They did a little bit of both. There were free releases and stuff behind the premium pack. So you had a little bit of everything going on there. It was almost like they were experimenting with it a little bit before Jammer knocks his mic into the wall accidentally. What, you must have something you want to contribute.
Oh, why, thank you, Johnny. With Battlefront, I think that's a different animal there, John, because I don't think Battlefront was doing as well on that season pass sale. And so by throwing some free maps out there, they were trying, I think, to entice people into the game and going ahead and committing to the season pass. I don't think they had the success with Battlefront as they do with Battlefield.
Now, the big question to kind of close out this topic is, pay to win was huge for a while, but is it losing out to the idea of the more superficial microtransactions, more your color schemes, your different types of armors, not necessarily giving you a competitive advantage while financing free DLC with game and new features, weapons, maps, whatever? Is the pay to win philosophy starting to lose out?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Good.
Yeah, from what I see, I believe that gamers really frown upon the pay to win aspect of games. So if you go on Reddit, if you're looking at like stuff like for MMOs, a lot of these free MMOs, that's the first question they ask, and people will avoid that. If it's a pay to win game, they won't touch it. They just have no interest in something like that. So I think we're getting away from that. They want the Barbie dress up. I know like MMOs will charge you for like extra bank space or extra bags, stuff like that, or convenience items. But as far as other games, it's Barbie dress up.
Yeah, I think part of it might be coming from the portable, the iOS and the Android game side of it. I believe some people are just starting to get burned out on all the microtransaction pay to win stuff you see in games like that. I mean, it's the evil that's never going to go away because that's the only way people are making money off of apps. But I mean, some of these games are getting to the point where they hound you constantly. You can't do anything. You can't play for more than 5 minutes without having either buy coins or buy stars. Drop some money on it.
Well, when you really look at that, I mean, even seems like the apps, let's face it, the biggest app right now, Pokemon Go, does not have a pay to win scheme in it. It has some things you can do, but I mean, my kids have played the crap out of that game and haven't paid a damn dime. So it might be even losing its foothold, and it's going to take a longer time on mobile but I think it's even losing it's even losing its hold as much in the mobile realm.
In the mobile realm, though, they're still making a crap ton of money. I mean, I don't know even which game it is, but I mean, if some company is being able to pay Schwarzenegger money to do their commercial,
Yeah.
think about the revenue that they're making.
Yeah, and he's done at least 4 or 5 commercials for that one game.
Yeah.
It's not like it was a one-time thing. And I'm pretty sure he costs more than Kate Upton does.
Yeah.
I like Kate Upton better, though.
I'd
Well,
rather play the Kate Upton game.
I'd rather look at her than him, but I imagine he draws a bit more bank than she does when it comes to endorsements.
So, yeah, think about that revenue.
Fucking Christoph Waltz did one. No, he did 2 commercials for one. I mean, a 2-time Oscar winner, Christoph Waltz. He did some of those damn commercials.
So that money's still out there.
It's out there, and like I said, it's gonna be the last stalwart. But they're even showing that there might be a way to make it work without pay to win as well. So,
see, but that goes back to once again price points. People drop down $1 here, or $5 here.
Yeah.
And all those little $5, when you add it by, 1 million people, it's a shit ton of money.
It's a lot of cash.
Yeah, and again, the big reason I think that you see a company like Rockstar constantly handing out free updates for GTA 5. Yeah, you might go, well, how are they making money off of it other than the shark cards? They're making money off of it because they're building an incredibly loyal following that's guaranteed to buy GTA 6 whenever it comes out, whether it's next year or 5 years down the road. I mean, hell, there's people going to still be playing GTA 5 when their GTA 6 comes out.
Well, not only that, but other properties.
Right. I mean, stuff like that. You're keeping a loyal following, and that's what will keep you going on and on. Not just the one game. You got to look forward to the next game, because when a game costs $200 million to develop, you got to make sure there's audience for your follow up.
Mm-hmm. Right, and especially if a new IP takes a few $1 million to start up, you want those guys to move over from your existing mega franchise to give it a shot.
That's why probably the reason Destiny is going into a 3rd year of the base game just with 2 big updates. I mean, they're updates, but they're still just updating the base game. It's not a Destiny 2. There's no big leaps in how the game plays or any of the content. It's just adding more of the same thing. But, I mean, it's still one of the most profitable games in the history of video games.
Yeah, it's a moneymaker.
Yeah.
All right, so the evolution continues. It'll be interesting to see, who else gets on the bandwagon, because let's face it, the season passes are starting to get to be fewer, while the superficial stuff and then, that funds the big stuff seems to be growing now. That's the biggest trend. So I think that's the way it's going to go throughout the gen.
I guess it'll be interesting to see if Battlefield blinks, if DICE blinks, if they go free DLC, then it's going to be over.
That's huge.
That'll be huge. And since they haven't announced it, you just don't know.
Yeah, and that's the thing I think it's making everybody wonder. There's no announcement yet of premium.
And we're how far away from the game? I mean, it's coming.
A couple months.
It's soon.
Yeah.
8 weeks at the moment.
I mean,
maybe
like the
10.
pre-orders are in. So
beta's about to drop.
Yeah.
So we'll keep track of that in the future. We'll probably talk about it a few more times between now and the end of the generation. So, all right. So, we've had a few new members to the clan, a little slower time, not recruiting as much. Fall will pick up. We'll be talking to a lot more new people coming up this fall as the releases ramp up. Extra Life, just a reminder, that is November, I believe that's November 5th. Yes, Saturday, November 5th into early morning Sunday, November 6th. Check us out at the forums on grimreapergamers.com for more information. We have quite a few of us that are fundraising and will be playing at the big Extra Life celebration on that day. Our next show, we will be recording on around the August 4th time, so you'll probably see it drop on the 5th or maybe the night of the 4th, depending on how ambitious and how much hell Skype gives us. By the way, if you notice some glitches and notice that it seems the flow drops a little bit at a couple times, we have had a couple of glitches thanks to Skype, so we apologize for the technical difficulties. Hopefully they won't be too apparent with the recorded show. This would have been brutal live.
Yeah, I'm a little upset. I got to actually do some work tonight and try to stitch this together.
Yeah, this is gonna be Frankenstein. I have a feeling, but
Yes.
hopefully the edits flow nicely together. When
I'm just going to replace Johnny's voice with Shrek's donkey.
you looking for donkey,
If it were me, you'd be dead.
don't make me do a whole show like that. Jesus. All right. So Facebook.com/Grim Reaper Gamers. That's one of our social media presences. I will talk to my co-host Jammer. What is our Twitter handle?
Well, I'll give that to you in a minute, but hopefully in the fall we do get some new people on, because after Skype again, I quit. Your co-host list again. Follow us on Twitter at grgamers.com. Spell out the .dot.
And also, don't forget, check us out on player.me, which was recently bought out by XSplit. So we'll see how that goes coming up. So Split Media made a
Lots
big
of good
purchase.
conversation on there. When I make a post on player.me for our website, sometimes we get some good conversation going.
Yeah, some interesting people on there. It's kind of a neat little format, neat platform for social media for gamers.
I like the people that follow us on Twitter, especially the porn accounts. They're my favorite.
No, they just like my tweets lately.
No, really, hot chicks love us. Hot chicks that wear nothing.
Yes, hot
Love
naked
us.
chicks love us.
I deserve a raise, and not just in my pants.
That's better than any GRG member. That's all I got to say.
All right. Thanks, everybody, for listening. Hey, remember to check out our YouTube channel. Smack that old peen against the subscribe button over there, and check out some past episodes. We do have video. You wonder what Jack looks like. Be careful what you wish for, but it is on there for all the world to see. Redness and everything. So check out
Pretty red right now. That's all I got to say.
check out our audio on iTunes and Google Play if Google Play hasn't screwed up and kicked us off. And also, like I said, check us out on grimreapergamers.com and on the forums. So, hey, for Jack, for Evolve, for Jammer, thanks, guys. This
Pleasure.
is Johnny Hustler saying, so long, have a good week. Don't play alone.